Okay, today I'm going to can potatoes. I've already peeled them. I used my apple peeler to do this, and then I just used a knife to do the trimming and cutting them up. So I'm going to turn this on, bring it to a boil these potatoes for 2 minutes because they're smaller pieces and they're cut potatoes. I've got water back here in a pan that I'm going to heat up. That'll go in the in the jars. Because once these potatoes have boiled for 2 minutes, just 2, I'll drain them through that. Then I'll put them in the jars and put fresh hot water in with them and salt. I got 7 quart jars in the counter. These are some of those that were gifted to me, and I wanted to go ahead and start using them. So I can make 7 quarts of potatoes if I have enough ready. I think I do. This pan is an 8-quart pressure cooker, and so it should have enough potatoes in it to do 7 quarts of canned potatoes, I hope. If it's not enough, then I'm just going to make whatever it'll make. I'm not going to start over again. Okay, I'll bring you back in just a few minutes. Okay, my potatoes boiled for 2 minutes. Strained them in this. And then I just set it over on the top of the pan so it would just drip down in there. And I've got my jars, and my tools are in here too, but I'll get those out and lay them out. And when these jars heat up, they're not hot yet, they're very cold. When they heat up, then I will start packing the jars. Okay, I have my things gathered up. I've got my lids and rings in here. They've been washed, they're clean. I've got my canning funnel and a bowl to set the jar in. I've got a ladle for getting the hot water out of the other pan. I've got a spoon to dip these potatoes out with. I've got a chopstick to debubble with. I've got my jar tongs so I can lift the hot jars in and out of the canner. And I've got a clean towel that's it's soaked in vinegar so I can wipe the jar rims. As soon as my jars get up to heat, I will show you how to fill them. Okay, I'm about to start canning these potatoes. My jars are heated up. I'm going to have to do this one-handed because I left my tripod up at my mother's house. So I'm going to do the best I can here. Get out a hot jar. Pour the water into the canner. Put the funnel on. And start putting potatoes in. I want to remind everyone to always peel your potatoes before you can them. Potatoes grow in dirt. I don't even care if they're organic or what, it's still dirt. And the spores for C. botulinum are found in soil. Now, you won't always have botulism in your jars, in your canned food. You know, by peeling them, you reduce the bacterial load and make your food much safer. I forgot to mention a while ago too, then we'll put a teaspoon of salt into every jar. It's canning salt, there's nothing in it, it's just plain salt. Put the hot water over the top. This was boiling water till I set it over here. I know that's going to make wind noise. Up to the 1-inch headspace. And then work the air bubbles out. You can see the potatoes will settle down in there some too. Wipe the rim well with a towel or even a paper towel soaked in vinegar. Put on a lid. Put on a ring. Set it on the towel. Fingertip tight. So as soon as that jar starts turning, you're through. Bring you back when I get them all in the can. Okay, as you can see, there's still potatoes left. Probably enough for 4 pints or 2 more quarts. Now, the recipe, the canning recipe for potatoes calls for 20 pounds peeled, and it's supposed to make 7 quarts. Well, I didn't even peel all 20 pounds. I still got potatoes left over there to peel. I peeled, I don't know how many pounds. Maybe 10 or 12. I don't know. Anyway, I still got potatoes left. So that'll have to, I'll refrigerate those and then add some more to them, and maybe tomorrow I'll do pints. Anyway, I've got the potatoes are in the canner. I'm waiting for it to start boiling. You'll see steam escape from this and from this. When it begins coming out of here, I'll start my 10-minute timer. There will not be any pressure started on it until I start locking things down. So I'll bring you back when I get the steam started. Okay. This canner, and no canner. This locks the pressure in when it's time for canning. What I'm doing now is I'm venting the steam from this port. This is an older canner, so this does not come off the way the newer ones do. It just loosens up from this screw up here. Anyway, I've been venting it for 10 minutes. I've already got my timer set. Okay, I wanted to show you the gauge. We're right at 11 pounds. And keep the heat adjusted so that it'll still go probably a little above that. I like around 12 or 13 pounds of pressure, so that if it drops a pound, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to start it all over again. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. This is potatoes in quarts. The processing time is 40 minutes. Okay, the pressure is now back down to 0. Loosen this up back here. No steam coming out. I've loosened my lid. Getting ready to take it off. Alright, I'm going to take the jars of potatoes out. Now I'm setting them just on this bare wood, which is okay because the temperature difference isn't too great from the wood to the jars. If you have a hard counter, a granite counter, or formica even, or something like that, then you will need to put a towel under them. These potatoes are russet. It's not my favorite potatoes to can because they're a little mealy when they're done. But they'll do because I got them at a bargain price, so they'll be okay. So there they are. And can you tell that they're still boiling? Most of them are still boiling in the jars. I'll leave them sitting here 12 to 24 hours. Make sure they seal. And then I can clean the jars, remove the rings, clean the jars up well, and write on the top russet potatoes and the date that they were canned. Thanks for watching.